Have you ever felt that sinking feeling when you pull your favorite expensive sweater out of the wash, only to find it has shrunk so much it looks like doll clothing? Have you ever desperately tried stretching it by hand or soaking it in hair conditioner with absolutely no success? Please do not throw your precious clothes away just yet. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I always love putting my heart into everything I do and building on my experience to share the absolute best practices with you. Today I'm going to share a professional secret I have gathered from 15 years in the laundry business to help you completely restore your shrunken sweaters. Many people tell you to use regular hair conditioner, but let me explain why that will never work. Conditioner is only made to lightly coat the surface of a fiber so it does not have the strength to sink in and untangle the tightly locked wool fibers. Those fibers are basically stuck and clumped together. To truly fix this problem, you need something that reaches deep into the core of the fabric. The real secret is using a deep hair treatment mask. Hair treatment is designed specifically to penetrate and heal from the inside out. When your sweater soaks in this treatment, the concentrated ingredients dive into every single fiber to relax those stubborn knots, making the wool soft and stretchy again. You also do not need to spend money on luxury brands because a simple, affordable hair treatment from your local grocery store will give you the exact same perfect result. Now let us move on to the exact golden formula that I have perfected to ensure your favorite clothes are treated with the utmost care. I always want to be completely honest and transparent with you about what works so you can trust these best practices. To start, you will need a basin large enough to submerge your sweater completely. Fill it with lukewarm water. The ideal temperature is around 38 degrees Celsius. You do not need a thermometer for this because you can simply test the water on the inside of your wrist. If it feels mildly warm, like your own body temperature, then it is absolutely perfect to safely relax the fabric. Next, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of your hair treatment into the water and mix it well until the water turns lightly milky. If you happen to have baking soda in your kitchen, I highly recommend adding exactly half a tablespoon to the mixture. This is a wonderful little trick because baking soda perfectly balances the acidity of the water, allowing the deep conditioning treatment to penetrate those stubborn wool fibers even faster and more efficiently. Once your healing solution is ready, gently place your sweater into the water. Please do not crumple or bunch it up. You want to spread it out as much as possible so the entire garment is comfortably submerged. Press down on it very softly with your hands to help the fibers drink in the mixture, but never rub or scrub the fabric under any circumstances. Now comes a very crucial rule that you must follow. You need to leave the sweater to soak for exactly 20 minutes. You might wonder why it has to be 20 minutes. If the soaking time is too short, the active ingredients will not have enough time to sink deeply into the tight knots. However, if you leave it in for too long, the delicate fibers will absorb way too much water and can actually become permanently damaged. 20 minutes is the absolute perfect balance to relax the fabric safely and effectively. As we move to the most critical step of this entire process, I want to remind you that as an expert who has successfully rescued thousands of luxury garments and sweaters that other dry cleaners completely gave up on, I know exactly how delicate this stage is. You might be tempted to pull the sweater out of the water after 20 minutes, but please leave it exactly where it is. You absolutely must perform the stretching process while the garment is still fully submerged underwater. If you try to stretch it outside the basin, the fibers will stiffen in the air and the shape will become horribly distorted. While underwater, the wool is in its most flexible and forgiving state. Here is the exact sequence you need to follow. First, gently hold the shoulder areas with both hands and slowly pull them apart. Next, move down to the chest area and carefully stretch it from left to right. Then, hold each sleeve individually and give them a very gentle tug up and down. Finally, pull the bottom hem downwards just a little bit. The secret here is to control your strength. You should never pull aggressively or all at once. Instead, feel the fibers relaxing beneath your fingertips and stretch them little by little, repeating the motion several times. I must strictly warn you to never twist or wring the fabric, because that will cause everything to tangle right back up. When it is finally time to remove your beautiful sweater from the basin, please be incredibly careful. Always scoop it up from the bottom using both of your hands to fully support its weight. If you lift it with just one hand, the heavy water will drag the fabric down and completely ruin the perfect shape you just worked so hard to restore. Now that you have safely lifted your delicate sweater from the water, the drying process requires just as much love and attention. Please lay the garment flat on top of a clean, dry towel. Place another dry towel directly over it and press down gently to absorb the excess water. I cannot stress this enough. Please never wring or twist the fabric because all of your beautiful restoration work will be instantly ruined. Once the heavy moisture is removed, move the sweater to a fresh dry towel, lay it completely flat, and carefully shape it back to its original form. You must never hang a wet sweater on a hanger because the sheer weight of the water will stretch the shoulders out of shape permanently. You also must absolutely avoid putting it in a tumble dryer or under direct sunlight, as the heat will cause the fibers to shrink right back tightly together. Always let it dry naturally in a well-ventilated, shaded area. While you are doing this, please be mindful of your fingernails so you do not accidentally snag the delicate threads. If the sweater does not look perfectly restored after the first try, please do not feel discouraged. You can simply repeat this gentle process a second or third time the following day for an even better result. I want to share some honest best practices about different materials so you know exactly what to expect. Pure sheep wool has the highest success rate, usually bouncing back about 90%. If you are working with luxurious cashmere, you can expect an 80% success rate, but because it is so incredibly sensitive, you must reduce the hair treatment to just 1 or 1.5 tablespoons, lower the water temperature to 35 degrees, and stretch it even more slowly and softly. Blended synthetic fabrics like acrylic are much harder to restore, often only recovering about 50%. Also, if your beloved sweater is over 10 years old or has shrunk by more than half its size, expecting an 80 to 90% recovery is the most realistic and practical mindset. To protect your garments in the future, always use a neutral liquid detergent specifically made for wool instead of regular alkaline soaps. When machine washing, always place the sweater inside a mesh laundry bag to prevent friction and pilling. And finally, if it gets wrinkled, gently steam it from a distance or hang it in your bathroom while you take a warm shower so the natural steam relaxes the creases. Please never press a hot iron directly onto the wool, as it will flatten and destroy the beautiful texture forever. To quickly recap everything we have learned today, I want you to remember just a few golden rules. Please put away the regular hair conditioner and only use a deep hair treatment mask. Keep your water at a comfortable 38 degrees and let your beloved garment soak for exactly 20 minutes. Always perform the gentle stretching process while the sweater is completely submerged underwater. And finally, remember to lay it completely flat to dry. If you have a beautiful, expensive sweater sitting in your closet right now that you thought was ruined forever, I warmly encourage you to try this method today. When you wake up tomorrow morning and see the incredible results, you will be absolutely amazed. Please come back and share your success stories in the comments below, because your real experience will bring so much hope and help to others who are facing the exact same problem. I always put my heart into sharing these best practices to help you care for your favorite things more effectively. If you found this information valuable and helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like this video. It truly gives me the motivation to continue bringing you more wonderful, practical tips that save you money and protect your wardrobe. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with me today, and I cannot wait to share more useful secrets with you in the next video.